Tonight I want to share with you just a fantastic multi-tool and a great EDC to go with it. This is the SOG PowerPint, comes in at 3¼ inches long, comes in at 4.2 ounces or 119 grams. And one of the first things we notice is it is butter smooth to open and close. It has a great compound leverage system, and that the end of the pliers accommodate a 1/4 inch bit driver as well, which is very cool. So we have got the pliers, we've got the wire cutters as well. We've got a great pocket clip, and then we have a bunch of tools. We've got a serrated knife, we've got the can opener, Phillips screwdriver, bottle cap lifter, and a pair of scissors that is not a pair of shears, but will work on small cutting task. Then we have a knife, we've got the micro flat driver, eyeglass screwdriver, and we have the cutting hook plus a 3-sided very small file. So it packs a bunch of tools that not only are outside accessible, but they do lock. And then you can go ahead and unlock them. Or if you prefer and you don't want to extend the tool, you can go ahead, lock it in place, open another implement, and lock it like that as well. So a very pocketable multi-tool, one of the best EDC multi-tools if you are in the market for a very small multi-tool and want something in between the size of like a keychain multi-tool and the Leatherman Rev. So let's dive into a great EDC kit to go along with this, or at least items I have used. So one of the first things I want to mention is this Dango DO3 Dapper wallet. I got this some time ago. I've had this, I think, for over a year perhaps. And at that time it was around $39 or so. It has now gone up to $59, and that's a sale price. But this is USA made. This is compatible with up to 14 credit cards, and you can see it is definitely used and abused. And I use this pretty much every day. So this is really stood up really well. I've had issues with wallets just falling apart after a while, and this one is still going strong. One of the things I love is that you can actually put this right in the rain field notes tablet in the side, and that's pretty cool. So these are waterproof tablets you can put in there and stick in there right there. And then sort of as a surprise extra, I guess you could say, I found this on AliExpress for about $3, and this is a knife and a fork. This is patterned after like the Victorinox Swiss card, and so you've got a knife and a fork if you want a cutlery set on the go that can fit in your wallet. Now I have to say that the fork is very small and a little bit uncomfortable, but it will work in a really bad pinch. Now the next item I want to mention is this wallet, by the way, is around 2.3 ounces or 64 grams. If you're curious, of course, empty. Now, the next thing I want to mention is the keyport pivot, and I have been using this for a very long time, and you can see it has scars of pocket carry, and I use it with a Leatherman tool here that used to come, I think it came with my Sidekick actually. I'm not sure if this is even, this clip is even anymore made, but it might be. So this is the keyport pivot. I believe this is the 1.0. There is a 2.0 as well. This comes in around 0.7 ounces. This is also USA made, and it is aluminum, but then it does have some stainless steel fasteners as well. You can hold a fair amount of keys in here as well. So right now I have, it looks like about 5 keys right here that I'm holding, and it seems to work pretty good. So again, the black coating has pretty much worn off to a fair amount of extent, but I do have the black and silver pattern going on with the billfold and this as well. And let's go ahead and follow that on to the Zebra F01 compact pen. Now this right here is not just the F01, this is the compact. And this comes in around, you could buy 2 of these for around $6 to $7 on Amazon. I did have an issue with one of these not seating properly the cap. So the cap would just fall off, which was very annoying, and that was an issue. But this one right here seems to work fine, and I've been carrying this a lot recently. So I have had all these items for a fairly long time actually, so I feel like I can really say that they are fairly good items. So this one right here comes in around 59 grams or 0.07 pounds. And the Zebra obviously is owned by a Japanese company. And I couldn't really find out exactly where they're made because they have companies different places. Now, the next item I want to mention is this Rovivon, and this is the Aurora A1, and I was trying to figure out which generation I bought. And some of you probably can tell by looking, perhaps, but I am not real sure. I think this might have been around a generation 3 because it does have a micro C charger, or not a micro, but a USB-C charger instead of the micro charger. So this supposedly emits around 650 lumens for a minute, and then it will drop down and gradually last for around an hour and a half, I guess, as it drops down in brightnesses. And the 200 lumens will last for a minute to 1 or 75 minutes, and then the 25 lumen is good for 6 hours, and the half lumen is good for 56 hours. So this comes in around a half an ounce or 16.8 grams. So keep that in mind. And I think the first thing I said about 65 lumens, I don't think it lasts for maybe it does last for an hour and a half. But anyway, it does drop down. So that is something, it will not last that bright for very long, obviously, and then it drops down in levels. So real world experience with this is that I do not like this for a work EDC. Trying to take this to work and carry it with me because it is so pocketable and it's so light. I thought it'd be fantastic to use, but I find that the buttons right here are a little bit fidgety, and so I can hold it, and then what happens is I get it into this mode, and then for work, I basically just want a flashlight that I can click on and off and it works right away, because I'm working with trying to see if like drains on air handlers are clogged or if something is going on with the motor. A lot of times I just need immediate light on and off. And I know I could memorize all the patterns on this, but sometimes it is a little bit hard to remember in the midst of a crisis going on at work. So I do like this for home. I have plenty of time usually to use this at my home when I'm or around town, but I don't think this is a fantastic work EDC. And obviously it's not a huge flashlight, but it does offer a lot of potential. So coming in around $27, it is a fairly good value, I do believe, for around town EDC to this day. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this, and soon I've got a brass EDC coming up, and I'll let you know, and let me know what you think in the comments below.